Welcome to Rhythm and Roads. I'm your host, Joshua Jacob. We're here at the Las Cruces International Film Festival, and I have a very special guest with us. We have award-winning writer, director, and producer, Ross Marks, and he's also the founder of the Las Cruces International Film Festival. So welcome, Ross.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again. I enjoyed chatting with you last time, and here we are again at the festival.
It's a pleasure, and congratulations on your 10 years with the festival.
Thank you. It's a big deal. It's I never thought that 10 years later we'd be here, let alone at the level of success that we've achieved. So it's really rewarding.
That's awesome. How do you feel after this festival at the 10-year mark that you're at, of what you have seen the growth from the 10 years to this point?
Well, just in terms of just kind of sheer numbers, the first year that I did this 10 years ago, we had 60 films and we had 1,500 people came, and we had one invited guest, which was Danny Trejo, and it was great. Here we are 10 years later, 162 films from 40 different countries. Awesome. 26 invited guests, including Academy Award winner Helen Hunt, Michelle Hurd, and then we've had what it looks like, because we'll be about 12,000 people this year, which is awesome. It's remarkable. It's pretty exciting. You know, the support that we've gotten from the community is really people come from all over the country. I mean, we've probably had several thousand people have come up to me. Hey, I came from Arizona, I came from Nevada, I came from California, I came from New York. So that's one of the goals of the film festival, is to promote Las Cruces in the region. And so tourism is an important component of what we're doing. And I think the film festival gives people a reason to come to Las Cruces. And everybody I've talked to has had a great time. So, I think it's just going to grow and grow and grow, hopefully.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I remember on my podcast, you shared what inspired you to do this festival. You want to share that briefly real quick?
Sure, yeah. About when I teach film at New Mexico State University. I'm a professor in the Creative Media Institute. I teach screenwriting and directing mostly, and I also teach a class on the film festival. I teach a class in the fall. The students program the festival, and then this class right now in the spring, these students are running the film festival. So when I started teaching, I asked myself, what was the most important lesson, the most formative experience I had as a young filmmaker? And without hesitation, I knew it was when I went to the Sundance Film Festival the first time in 1994. It changed my life because it opened my eyes to this thing called independent filmmaking, which is the idea that you just make your movie. It doesn't matter your budget, it doesn't matter your cast, it doesn't matter your crew, you just figure out a way to do it, and you make the film because you have to, and it's a celebration of the medium of film. And so that changed my life going to Sundance, and so I thought, well, how do I give that experience to my students? Because that was one of the most important lessons I ever got as a young filmmaker. And I knew I couldn't do a field trip to Park City, Utah every year. So I thought, well, why not just try and start my own film festival in Las Cruces and try and do what Sundance was doing in my own way. And I thought, if I'm going to do it for my students, I may as well do it with my students. So I created this film festival with the students, for the students. I had them started running it. And I just thought it would be a good kind of classroom, not really so much a film festival, but it's just grown and grown and grown. And the support we've gotten from sponsors, from the state, from the city, from the county, from the NEA, I mean, it's just been enormous. And like I said, 12,000 people, 162 films. We've had now over 1,000 filmmakers have come in for the festival. Over 700 students have worked on the film festival. We've had 6 Academy Award winners. We've had about 12 Emmy winners. So it's exceeded my greatest expectations, for sure.
It sure did.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
As award-winning director, what projects do you have going on in the future that you are going to be directing?
So I'm directing a film called Holiday Hearts in May. It's a Christmas romance. Stars Jen Lilly and Kathleen Quinlan, who I've worked with before. Michelle Hurd, who's in town for the film festival.
Awesome. That's right.
Wondering how we got her? Well, I had to cast her to. No, Michelle Hurd, Jonathan Stoddard, who's in a film I did called Santa's Cousin. Also has Cody Mayo. So I shoot that in May, and then I'm producing a film in August. Both these are going to be done in Las Cruces, because I do all my films only in Las Cruces.
Really? Only in Las
Cruces.
Awesome.
Somebody says, I've got a movie and we're going to shoot it in New York, or we're going to shoot in LA. Or I said, well, I'm not doing it. I'm not making it. I only make movies in Las Cruces. So I've got 2 films going this summer that I'm excited about.
I'm excited for you for that. So thank you so much for sharing that. Before we end, thank you for your time and meeting me and doing this interview. For the students, what advice can you give those future actors, filmmakers, directors, producers, for those that are going to go into the field of the industry?
So the biggest mistake I see young filmmakers making, storytellers, actors, writers, whatever it is they come up with an idea and they kind of sit on the idea. If I only had this, I could go make it. If I only had this kind of camera, this money, this, that, rather than just doing it. You have to just go out there and do it and risk failure. Failure is the best teacher in the world. It feels better to succeed. I prefer success over failure, but I've failed a lot in my life. I've made 18 movies. I've worked with Al Pacino and Faye Dunaway and Brendan Fraser, 3 Academy Award winners. But I've also made some, films that didn't work and I failed, but I learned a lot from that. So, I think you have to be willing to fail and take the shot and just do it. I'm all the time, well, I need $1 million. I only have 100,000. Go make the movie for $100,000. I only have 10,000. I'm trying to raise 100. Go make it for 10,000. You can back into any number.
Yeah.
Whatever resources you have, that's what you have, and go make your movie. Go be part and work with other creatives. Collaborate, find your kind of creative partners, work on as many films as you can. I tell my students, work on as many films as you can, be a grip, be a gaffer, be a PA, do whatever you can, because the more you do it, the better you get at it.
That's right. That is very true. Thank you so much for sharing that, Ross.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. Well, guys, I want to say thank you for taking the time to just watch this episode. And Ross, thank you for your time and being here. Awesome. I really appreciate you. Yeah, remember, guys, always live the impossible. Do your best. It's okay to fail, but always know that you have a journey, your journey. And that's what Rhythm and Roads is about. So thank you, Ross Marks, for having Rhythm and Roads at your festival. It's been such a pleasure.
Well, thank you for being part of it.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you next year.
All right, guys. Thank you.